Hey there everyone, Kodandi here, reporting to you from the Alameda County Courthouse in Oakland, California. And when I was telling my friends that I had to go to the courthouse to drop off some paperwork, they're like, oh, is that the same one where they have all those pictures of the Black Panthers standing on the courthouse steps? I'm like, yeah, that's the same one. So history is, people know their history around here. It's very much a part of life in Oakland, California, the legacy of the Black Panthers here. We all know the stories. We've all met the people. We all know that, that one guy lived at the top of that big building because, various things. And yeah. But anyway, it's a beautiful morning. Had to drop off some paperwork. I'm out at the lake now. Super pretty. But yeah, a lot of people would freak out if they were going through what I am going through right now. In fact, my roommate is freaking out. It's an eviction. And what's happening is that I've been living in this below market rate warehouse unit. It's kind of a dump. They've been doing a lot of upgrades. They recently had to bring in all of this fire safety stuff after the ghost ship fire. So yeah, and I've been living in this below market rate unit, and the ownership recently changed, and so it's like a cloud of investors that owns the building now. And in the past year, they've one way or another gotten 10 people to move out in a year. And what's happening is that the new leases that they're signing people up with, they're charging twice as much rent as what I am paying. And so they are trying to get more people out, trying to get a higher turnover rate so they can get those of us that are on the below market rate out and charge more money, because they're investors and they only care about money. They're playing the money game. And that's how it works when you are wealthy like that. People talk about the Illuminati and all this stuff are controlling our lives. And when you look at what's actually going on, it's called capitalism. And these people are not some vague cloud of interdimensional whatever. These are actual human beings with names, with phone numbers, with addresses that, exist. But they, the way they think about money is very different from the way that us, working class people, middle class people think about money. And so it's really, so much of it is a mind game. It's about how you think about money and thinking about money the way that they think about money. And I don't want anyone to start in with me about poverty and, homelessness, and people are really suffering. Yes, I live in poverty. I have been homeless. I have also worked with people in poverty and people who are homeless. As a volunteer and as a paid employee. I've done outreach to communities on the street. So poverty and homelessness and the issues surrounding that are not new to me. But really, I think working with these types of people and, working with these populations and, kind of seeing the system, the ins and outs and all these different sides of the system, also working in the financial district and, interacting with people there, that it's really taught me a lot about how people see money and how money is not real. Money is just not real. It is totally a mind game. When you're playing your games, you're playing your game and the goal is to get the most points or the most gold coins by the end of the game. And that's how you win the game, by having the most points or the most gold coins. And so when you're playing these games, you're doing what you need to do to get the points or the coins without really considering, what about the rest of this village of dwarves? What happens to them once you leave and take all your gold coins? Are they all going to die of starvation? You don't think about that because it's not real, right? It's a game. People who are actually, in power and have money think like that. That if they cut this one thing at the hospital, that their, their gold coins will go up, and they're not concerned with the fact that, your cousin might, die because of whatever, because they cut the thing at the hospital in order to make more money. So, yeah, I'm not kidding. This is how people actually think. That they are concerned about numbers. They want to see the numbers go up. They want to know what percentage, and is the percentage this month higher than the percentage last month? This is how people actually think. And so if the people in power are thinking like this, the people that have money are thinking like this, if money was real, would they be thinking like this? If money was real and they understood that these things have actual effects in your life, do you think they would be thinking like this, or do you think they would do something better and different with their money? Because they know that money's not real. And they don't care what effect it has on your life. And so they do these things. And so it's really kind of, step number one. Step number one to freedom from this financial system and overcoming the Illuminati is to realize that they don't think money is real. They think it's a game. And so you should too. And I'm not saying you should be cruel and deprive people of stuff. But, when you're worrying about money, doing money things, just remember that, the real wealth, the real Lakshmi. Lakshmi comes in many forms. There are 8 forms of Lakshmi, 8 forms of wealth and abundance.